Hi, I'm Pernigo. This is Pernigo Plays. We're playing Palinchron Concordance, a short 4-mission custom campaign created for StarCraft Brood War all the way back in 1999 by Varanus, ported to remastered by yours truly. Here we are, Mission 4, Divide and Conquer. Roland Weinkampf and Kyle Richter split up and search for the Side Disruptor's power core. Alright, well.
Commander, we're inside the Side Disruptor. I managed to find a backup power generator that'll get the doors, switches, and security cameras working. But it'll only last for about a half hour, so we gotta haul ass.
The Side Disruptor has two paths which intersect near the main power core. One of us has to go on each path. I will take the north path, which is currently locked off. You, Lieutenant, will take the northwest path, where you can eventually unlock the north path. You will also take the Kadarin crystal with you.
Making me do all the work? Why, you conniving, backstabbing little bastard. Some of me must have rubbed off on you, huh? Alright, let's do this. Commander, you coming?
I like that, at the very least, Varanus, or presumably Varanus is the one who did all the voice acting, tried to have like that ghost rebreather stuff and some voice alterations to the voice acting. It shows effort, at the very least, even though I think that maybe it was a bit of a misstep in some cases where like that voice modulation that he has on him sometimes seems too powerful to be fitting for a ghost, and sometimes it gets distracting when I'm trying to just focus in on what he's saying. It goes without saying, though, that obviously when your voice is that sort of monotone, or at the very least that's what it seems like, it's really hard to hide the fact that only one person did all the voices. I know from experience I did Making Consummate after all, and wherein I did most of the voice acting. Our SCV friend is invulnerable,
Like taking candy from a baby.
and is moving
You've made the
all
right
around.
choice.
I don't know about this one.
Sounds like a plan.
There's just some... Oh, they're infested Marines. Okay.
Great
That's
minds
something.
think alike.
Well, we're in charge of opening doors, and our SCV seems to be
Like taking candy from
mostly
great minds
taken care of.
alike.
He's doing his own thing here. We also can cloak to avoid damage. I don't know what the mechanics will be about this mission. I'm mostly just... I'm nervous about having the SCV walk away, but presumably since he's invulnerable, he'll trailblaze for us, and we don't have shared vision, so we won't know for sure what's going on. Oh, there he is. Also got some Zerglings here that are not borrowed. We'll have to keep an eye out for any borrowed, like, holes in the terrain or anything like that, that obviously we want to avoid. We'll go ahead and let the SCV head up there. Oh, we don't want him to block us off while we're trying to navigate these installation areas. And just to be sure, I want to make sure that there's no, like, Easter egg by walking up to this computer terminal. No. Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
Just making sure that Kyle Richter here wasn't trying to download some pornography
Like taking candy
from the installation terminals. I always did find it kind of funny that Blizzard allowed this stuff like this to happen. Who would ever realistically be able to use this computer? You'd have to like sidestep slowly or get out that maintenance hatch over there.
Like taking candy
Just
from a
curious
baby.
what Blizzard's mindset was on that one, but I mean, it's more tiles for us to use in the editor as extended terrain if necessary. I don't even know if there's any blends you can do with that, but at least it's an option, I suppose. Get some vats here. Side Disruptor growing specimens of Zerg, perhaps.
Right choice. A fine lady like you doing in a place like this.
That girl is not part of our mission.
Jennifer Anderson? Why'd you got so much health?
Hey, come back. I've had all my shots.
Classic Richter. Downloading pornography from Side Disruptor station terminals and also hitting on women who he can see through walls. He's a telepath, after all. Those things would detect us anyways. It's not even worthwhile trying to fuck around with cloaking. Oh yeah, we also have Roland here.
I'm open to suggestions.
This door is locked, by the way.
I know what you're gonna do.
Well, we can maybe step on that beacon. I'm just double checking over here. I don't know what oh wait, we actually have a time limit. We don't have time to mess around. I'm sure somebody's gonna comment, oh, you missed an Easter egg, it was right here. Well,
You've made the right choice. Your turn to be the running man. I guess I can cool my heels for a while.
alright, cool. Well,
Great
we will stick around there. I don't know if that door is actually
No problemo.
locked or not.
Awesome. Hasta la vista.
Any interactivity with these terminals? Presumably not.
Chill out.
So both of our heroes can two-hit Zerglings and traps.
No problemo.
So that's good to know.
Chill out.
It's very, like, 90s sci-fi to have fucking traps in the middle of the installation. Just think about who came up with the idea of traps to begin with in an installation tile set. It's really cool. I like it. But it's something you would not see in, like, a modern game, probably. Like, this fits in seamlessly. They are traps in the purest sense of the word, but you would never be able to see them when they're placed normally in the editor. It's very funny. But, I like them. Yeah, see, like this? Problem with those wall traps is that they have a height advantage on you. So, it's impossible to always hit them. I don't know if I should be stimming here for time's sake. Looks like we gotta reach that bottom right-hand corner, but it's obviously like a massive... I would say a flaw in the design here is the fact that we could lose along... We could have lost already, technically, and just not find out for another 24 minutes of gameplay. So hopefully that doesn't happen. I'm going to try and focus on the gameplay to make sure that doesn't happen, but obviously... Oh, infested ghosts. Very spooky. Kerrigan was not the only one of her kind. See? I can make Goska. It's allowed. Varanus did it in 1999. Unfortunately, those dropped Roland pretty low. This door is locked. That's fine. We can snipe away these Zerglings while heading in this direction. I know there was more area over here to go and come across. I don't know if that's where we're supposed to go.
I have found the switch which should open the locked door on your side.
You're too kind.
I like how these beacons are like in front of holes in the wall or something. Like they're not even in front of
Made the right choice.
It's very bizarre. They're not even in front of like
taking candy from a baby.
computer terminals or anything. Like there's even room over there. I understand maybe if you want this like bottomless pit stuff over here for whatever reason. I also don't understand why we don't just have access to the Terran SCV. Oh, infested firebats we don't want. I mean, presumably we would just be able to lead with Kyle, right? We wouldn't have to actually worry too much about that. I don't know, it's so bizarre. It doesn't make any sense. Also, we still have no idea who that Jennifer... What was her last name? Aniston? Something like that? We're sort of like cycling their group aggro by doing that. You'd notice how that the Zergling took a while before he attacked us. It was actually just because we were in his proximity that last time, not because we did damage, at least I think. Hey, and we're in spitting distance from Roland here. Hi, Roland. I guess we'll hockey these two units separately. We'll actually move this guy right up here. While I was doing this, I could have like saved and then moved Roland up in this direction to see if he was going... If there was anything over there. I don't know if we can get like reinforcements or something, or heals. This is a very, like, basic, bare-bones installation mission by the looks of it. Like, the AI doesn't... There's no AI running, obviously, but there's no, there's nothing going on with, like, dynamic events. No units are being created to attack us. There's no, like, Terran refugees or anything inside. I'm not necessarily arguing that there should be. I'm just saying... I feel like there should be something going on that's keeping this area active. That makes me feel like this is really a living, breathing... you know, sort of map or environment, biome, whatever you want to call it. All these hydras are... They're running all the way over to the high ground, unfortunately. So, let's stay cloaked while we move up this cliff, and then once we get to the next spot, I will go ahead and... Looks like that door's... No, it's not locked. Oh, we have a pretty long range with Richter, actually. I don't know where our SCV went, but it wasn't through that door. Anyways, yeah, once we get to the next beacon, we swap over. I will save, because at that point I'll be fairly confident. There can't be too many more. I mean, I don't know if there's anything over there. Oh, let's go ahead and cloak here. I know it's a heavy amount of energy usage, but... Alright, cool. I was hoping it didn't, like, pause our game or whatever all the time. So let's do Palinchron Concordance 04. I don't know why I wrote out the entire title of this very long, lengthily named campaign, but I did. I wrote out the whole title. Let's also keep moving with Kyle here. We cannot outrange traps and, like, juke them out in the same way as we could with Richter. We still could, but I'm just lazy. Hopefully there's not a trap over there. I mean, we're not going over there, so we'll never know.
Chill out. No problemo.
Just trying to micro back. See, we saved a little bit of damage there. Yeah, okay, so this is the locked door. Just want to check over here. I don't think... somebody was commenting... I think somebody commented on this in the most recent video of this map.
I have found the console that operates the security cameras. I am activating it now.
Alright, Mr. Weinkampf.
She has seen terrible intruders in the building. I will destroy them myself. No, Patriarch. I want Jennifer to destroy them. It will speed up her metamorphosis. This metamorphosis you continue to speak of had best be worth all of the work we have put into it. As ever, Malcor, patience is a virtue. Once Jennifer leaves her human body, not even severe organized hybrids will be able to stand up to our might. I should have known Malcor would be too stupid to work alone.
Zerg
What?
fraternities with Protoss. An unlikely alliance if ever there were one.
Well, they're blocking my path to the power core, so they better get to stepping.
Alright, looks like that door also
Candy from a baby.
was unlocked. Let's save again. And Euromastics is quite the name. It looks like we have permanent vision in this area. I guess that makes sense because it was a security camera. I didn't know if it would deactivate once we left the area with Roland. He's now half HP. Oh, I didn't aim move or something. I probably should have. I think I just right-click moved.
Sounds like a plan. Like taking candy from a baby.
I don't know.
Sounds like a plan.
I mean, Richter has way more health.
From a baby.
Just less armor. Only by 2, though. It's not. That's a very small benefit to having 150 less HP. That's crazy. All right, let's keep juking around. These Zerglings aren't much to worry about here.
Candy from a baby.
Presumably we can't go down there anymore. I'm not going to stop to check. Let's go ahead and cloak here. Infested Vulture is very spooky.
Sounds like a plan.
Oh, that opened up a door that we had not yet gone to.
I'll be back.
Roland can deal with these guys, but he's pretty low on health. I hope he can retire pretty soon without much hassle. Let's it's center viewed like right here.
No problemo.
So let's look for a door in that direction and not try to not take too much unnecessary damage as a result of that. Let's hope there's not an ugly surprise waiting for us as soon as we come up here. Nope, no more Zerglings guarding the cliffs. Unfortunately, there is a vulture, which will hit us twice, which is pretty bad. Alright, cool. We've, oh, okay, so our heroes are united. We cannot see them. There we go.
Have arrived. Jennifer, you know what to do.
The following boss sequence contains custom music! Another boss, and we can't lock her down! She's organic!
There's that girl again. I knew she'd come crawling back.
Are you a fool? Do you not remember what we saw in the security cameras? She is part of this Palinchron Concordance.
Yeah, I know. But it's really a pity to have to frank such a pretty face.
Kill Anderson. Okay, well, we're fully healed. Let's go ahead and hit her. Of course, she cloaks. Let's go ahead and cloak Roland, and that looks like it's bugged her out, so we can try and escort the SCV to the power core, maybe? No, we can't go there, so let's just decloak and wait for her energy to run out, because, once again, impeccable boss design. We're still on a timer, so hopefully we run her energy out sooner rather than later. It looks like she was pre-placed on the map and then just moved around using triggers, so I think she's going to have full energy, which means she was at 225 energy after using Cloak. That's probably going to be a few minutes. There's not even like an AoE spell we can cast on her or anything. Really unfortunate. I don't think we can do anything else. Those beacons still persist, but I don't think we can mess about with them. I suppose we'll go ahead and save and hope that the Metal Gear fucking Ninja Gaiden, whatever arcade shmup music is playing in the background loops correctly this time, unlike the track in the previous map. No, it doesn't look like it does. Oh. Ah. Well, it's just you, me, and the floorboards here. No music, no gameplay. We're just hanging out and having a ball. What can I talk about while we're waiting on this one? I mean, I recently got some pillows from my father, and they're supposed to be way better than the ones that I have. And they're in the wash now, so I'm very hopeful that I will be able to use them soon. And I will report back. I'm sure this is really important news for you guys. Here's something that I can mention while we wait for this ghost bitch to decloak. Recently, I've been sort of grappling with the idea of using my face cam on custom campaign showcases. I don't really care as much when it's playing like a AAA game or something, like Halo Wars 2, which is what I'm currently Let's Playing. But do you guys actually think it would be useful to have my reactions on board and have like that personal vibe? Or should I just maintain the sort of no camera style that I'm doing right now? I mean, there is limited screen space for things like StarCraft 1.16.1 mods and stuff, which I'm sure, you know, like Fall from Grace, or not Fall from, well, yeah, Fall from Grace, but also like Flame Knives and other things. There will be, those will be running in 1.16.1 as opposed to remastered. So I wouldn't be able to use the full screen space anyways. I can move the game off to the side and then put my head on the right like I do for my streams. Stuff like that could happen. But, you know, for remastered Warcraft 3, StarCraft 2, I would just have to put it somewhere, I don't know, over here where the cursor is, in between the, you know, the command card and the portrait. Something like that would probably work pretty well, although it would be very small, I'm aware. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is there a particular feeling you guys have one way or the other? Let me know in the comments below. And I'll probably be running Fall from Grace at the end of after this, and then go into Flame Knives. And so that'll give me some time to keep interest checking people along the way so that I don't immediately start on it. Oh, we have floor missile traps in here. I guess we were supposed to bring her into this room? Maybe she's permanently, Hello? Uh-oh.
You've made the right choice.
She's busto, boys. Wait, does she really never run out of energy?
Ready for action.
She might never run out of energy. Well,
Don't leave me hanging.
this is where we enter into our exploratory phase. I'm going to Alt-Tab, and you're going to see my desk... Well, hold on. I've got to fix that. Okay, we're going to Alt-Tab. It's going to be black for a moment while I get my stuff in order. And I'm actually going to try to open this map while we're in it. I have to make a copy of it so SCMJF doesn't throw an error because, well, map is not in read-only. Is there a trigger somewhere to... let's see. Let's check the triggers. It's just going to be Sarah Kerrigan encoding the trigger logic, so... Oh, never mind. I just heard her decloak. Okay, we're back. I got to reactivate my head. Okay, here we go. It's going to be black for a second again. Okay, we've done it. Bring her in here. We'll aggro in. I had no idea that I had these traps. These should occupy her for a while. I guess that only makes sense, right? There's no way we would be able to handle that kind of damage. She does 43 damage to these kinds of units, so... There's no way we'd be able to wail on her for all of the health that she has. Oh, no, she's still aggroed onto the floor trap. Oh, wait, we've got her.
You think you've destroyed her, but you've only made her stronger. Her metamorphosis is happening just as I predicted. You know, I think this could be a cause for concern.
You don't say.
Fear not, Lieutenant Richter. We are not going to squander Jennifer's newfound power on you. I will kill you myself at a time of my own choosing.
How magnanimous of you.
Much work to do now, so we must bid you farewell. But rest assured we will be meeting again, Terrence.
Huh. Well, we've got to bring this Kadaran crystal to the power core. At the very least, something in this campaign will have meaning because we'll have achieved the goal of getting the side disruptor online. Let's just right-click over here and see what happens. It looks like we completely avoid this area. I wonder if there are even Easter eggs or any bonuses. I'm going to go ahead and save and then actually hold position on Kyle, and we're going to stim Roland and see what we can or cannot find out over here. That music disappeared, so I guess we can go ahead and re-enable the basic music. Let's go ahead and snipe that trap. There's a flame trap over there, who cares? We can avoid that one. The missile trap's a little bit harder because it has a ranged attack, as you can see. Flame trap's technically ranged too, but it's like it fires a projectile that hits you no matter what. The missile trap does. Is there even anything over here? Is this just a dead end? Oh no, there's something here. Oh, we actually had to go down there. It's a good thing that I did then. That door was locked. Yeah, so we never did find out what was going on otherwise.
Commander, the Kadaran crystal's in place, and I think I can get the side disruptor fully operational. But in any case, judging by the people we just met in here, The battle's about to get a whole lot weirder.
Well, so ends the Palinchron Concordance campaign. So, like I was mentioning at the beginning of the game, the beginning of this campaign's run-through, this was originally slated to have 8 maps. I don't know if anybody out there knows, or if Varanus is by some chance watching these videos, and he could put me into contact with anybody who has the last 4 maps. I don't know if they were even completed, or if anybody has any other knowledge about this campaign at all. Feel free to come forward and let me know in the comments or anything like that. But it is truly an interesting project. Like, I was very critical of the first couple of maps, I think. Maybe too abrasive, in a sense. I think that they have some interesting ideas. If only because of the sort of like how bizarre that the whole story was shaping up to be, where they have this Dark Templar allied with a speaking Ultralisk, an infested ghost, and another infested ghost that metamorphosizes into a Hydralisk. I mean, it's just an interesting set of ideas, and I would like to see where the story was planning on going for the last 4 maps of the campaign, if they do in fact exist. So if anybody knows about them, or if anybody has them or whatever, feel free to let me know as much. Otherwise, not really a big deal either way, I suppose. But definitely an interesting campaign. Glad I was able to showcase it here. Glad I was able to also port it into Remastered. I hope you guys have enjoyed the playthrough. And yeah, we can look forward to Fall from Grace in the next set of videos. That's only 3 missions, I believe. I don't think I have to split any of them, judging by their time lengths, their running times or whatever. So it is a very old campaign. Expect some goofiness. It was also made by Desler, so what are you going to do there? However, it does have, I think, one of the only, if not the only, fan-made cutscenes, like the same SMK cutscenes that were made by Blizzard for the ending of the Protoss campaign ends with the Gantry Thrower crashing into the Overmind. Those kinds of cutscenes. I think it's the only fan-made one ever to make it into a Brood War mod. I'm not sure, but it would be interesting to see something like that. We'll have to see how it pans out, but I'm very excited to get that out of the way, off the list, and we can move on to some other stuff like the Flame Knives, which I'm sure will be a crowd pleaser. I'm sure everybody is dying to play the Flame Knives or watch me play the Flame Knives. It's going to be super exciting. Definitely not sarcastic at all. Anyways, I'm Pernigo. Let me know what you think about that idea about webcams and stuff in the comment section, as well as what you thought about this particular campaign, and feel free to try it for yourself if you so desire. Download link is in the description as always. I will see you guys on the next video. Bye-bye.